Today is a testament of your intentional investment. Tare, although you aren't here today because you are away on official duties, I am not just your legal colleague, I may soon be your cabinet colleague. I know you must be very proud. To my siblings, thank you for being the first test case of my leadership abilities. To my teachers and friends of the St. Teresa Convent, African Leadership Academy, Stella Maris Polytechnic, Kingston University, and Louis Arthur Graham School of Law, this is one of the moments we dreamt of. Thank you for your encouragement and support. To my son who is here today, Johnson White Topa III, you inspire me every day. I will go to work knowing that I must make you proud first, and second, to do things to protect yours and the future of people your age, and then the rest of Liberia. I will continue to lean on your support and advice, although I cannot promise to take your advice on football, especially when it comes to Leicester FC or Real Madrid. To the young people listening across Liberia, from Cape Mensorado to Cape Palmas, especially the young girls, this is my promise. I will be your minister, working and fighting for you every single day. I will be the minister of all youth, the young accountant in Monrovia, the young farmer in Kruah, the teenager in Buchanan, the single mother in Robertsport, the visually impaired student in Cestus, the Yana boy in Waterside, the sex worker in Red Light, the aspiring musician in Banga, the back riders in Ganta, the youth struggling with drug addiction and who craves rehabilitation in Swedu, the student athletes in Carisburg, the young diasporan Liberian. Whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you live, I will. Strategic plan developed by my predecessor, Councillor Gerald Cole Bangalu, his team, and the team who contributed to it. I'm grateful for his leadership, and I look forward to building upon it, including championing the review of the 1982 Act that established this ministry so that it reflects the reality of today's Liberia and the aspiration of tomorrow's Liberia. Benedict Jesus, thank you. Honorable Senators, with your indulgence, I would like to stand briefly and demonstrate something important.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I'm about to demonstrate is to show us what opportunities we have as a country. So today, as Liberia, we have what is referred to as a youth bulge. A youth bulge is when the majority of your population are young people. As countries, we can decide to either use that as dividends for us, or we can continue, as we have seen in Liberia, to use it as a burden. As I mentioned in my speech earlier, the Ministry of Youth and Sports came about as a result of a military decree. So it was during the time of military. And what you will see is that in the past, as I said, where we are coming from, it was characterized by war, instability, violence, and patronage. What is our now? As a result of this past, we now see a Liberia where the young people are unemployed. There is very high trauma, there is despair, and there is a lot of incompetence. What all of these have done is that it has created a dysfunctional society. And this becomes a vicious cycle. So we move from where we are in the past, we come to where we are now. If nothing is done in the now, we go back to the past. Not necessarily to go for a war like we had in the past, but a war on capacity development or the young people's capacity development. Honorable Senators, today I am here extending your hand to each and every one of you to join me when I am confirmed to enable a shift. This shift will determine what our future will be like. This shift is what I like to refer to as pathways, creating pathways for young people. Once pathways are created, we'll be able to develop or create access to skills for young people, access to opportunities, and access to livelihood for young people. That will also give us a shift from a dysfunctional society, as I mentioned in the first paper, to a productive and functional society. We'll again see another cycle, but this time it will not be a vicious cycle, it will be a virtuous cycle. Honorable Senators, now that we have established where we came from, where we are, and why a shift is necessary, permit me to speak about what this movement demands. This movement demands a ministry whose job is to design pathways that prevents young people from inheriting the past or repeating the present. A ministry that designs predictable transition in the lives of young people from age 15 to 35. Born out of a military decree in a troubled period in our history, the ministry's framework reflected the protection of the state, understandably so. But today, the task before us is different. Today, the task is the development of young people. Youth development is no longer a supporting function of this ministry. It must become a central purpose. In a country where nearly 75% of the population is below 35 and over 40% below 18, youth development is not only a social issue, it is an economic imperative. It is a governance necessity. It is a national survival necessity. We must ensure that the youth development takes on a new meaning, supported by ambitious planning, budgets that reflect demographic reality, and courage to think differently. We must move from programs to architecture. To achieve this, I will champion what I call a youth outcome